Hey friend, do you ever feel like despite your best efforts, you're exhausted by repeating the same failures at work and in your relationships? If so, you're not alone. This is the lived experience of Dear-end Daniela, or as I sometimes call her, Dear-end Dani. I'm Hannah Thuku Kolamainen, your coach at Identity Acumen International, where my mission is to help you unleash your indomitable identity. I want to welcome you to this mastermind, the Anti-Fragile Advantage, using intelligent failure to turn your setbacks into strategic wins. Over the next 10 sessions, each about 10 minutes long, call it a 10 by 10, I'm going to guide you through a transformational journey rooted in neuroscience, behavioral psychology, and cutting-edge leadership research. You will learn how to use intelligent failure to turn your current struggles into strategic wins in your relationships, your work, and your self-leadership. I've created a free download for you that you can find at identityacumen.com. Please pause this video and download that under the Anti-Fragile Advantage, and it'll help you follow along and make this interactive. I am an everyday woman, just like you, juggling marriage, motherhood, leadership, community involvement, and the invisible emotional labor that women carry. For years, I lived as Dear-end Dani. I felt the pull of leadership, but I was buried under demands, some of which I placed on myself. I was stressed, burnt out, and running on fumes. I kept repeating the same unproductive patterns in my relationships and in my work. I was busy, but not productive. I was strong, but not strategic. I was positive, but perpetually bracing for the next crisis. And then, through the storms of life, I made a discovery that is changing everything for me. I learned that the storms were here to teach me, to propel me forward. This is the essence of anti-fragility. Hanging in there is a cute line, but that is not a strategy to live by. Resilience is not enough, and I'll tell you why shortly. Friend, inside you right now is a version of yourself, a wiser, more grounded, more strategic leader than Dear-end Dani. I call her Antifragile-Fran. Now, Antifragile-Fran is not fearless. She is not perfect, but she has a superpower, and it is the ability to transform her struggles into strengths, her failures into fuel, and her setbacks into success. Now, this is not mere motivational fluff. It's neuroscience. Your brain is wired for neuroplasticity, which is the incredible ability to wire itself through challenges. Your brain is actually hungry for this rewiring. Your nervous system can learn to stay regulated under pressure. Your identity can develop through intentional self-leadership. That excites me. Harnessing the challenges, the storms of life, is what we're learning in this simple yet powerful masterclass. In this introduction session, you're going to discover 3 foundational concepts. Number 1, anti-fragility. I recently discovered this term and I am so in love with it. It was coined by a brilliant thinker named Nassim Nicholas Taleb. And he describes 3 types of systems. He describes mechanical systems, but I am adopting it into a psychosocial system. The first system is a fragile system. Fragile systems break under pressure. The second are resilient systems. Resilient systems survive the pressure. The third is anti-fragile systems. Anti-fragile systems actually improve under pressure and volatility. Most of us grew up observing fragile systems in people that break under pressure and persist in failure. If you're lucky, you were trained to be resilient. But resilience only brings you back to baseline. Here's the kicker. Anti-fragility elevates you beyond where you started. It uses what Harvard educator Amy Edmondson calls intelligent failure or productive failure. Aren't those great terms? They are opposed to what I call dead-end failure. So that's anti-fragility, the first term. Second term we'll look at is self-leadership. Self-leadership is the foundation of anti-fragility. Why, you might ask? Because we have no business leading others when our lives are a mess. As Peter Drucker said, the first person you lead is you. Now, neuroscience confirms this. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making and really executive function, activates beautifully when you lead yourself with clarity, not with chaos. This sentiment is echoed by Dr. John Maxwell, who asserts that the journey of growth and success is first an internal journey. The first person that you lead, he says, is you. Wow. The first person I must lead is me. Say that with me. The first person I must lead is me. So, anti-fragility, number one. Number two, self-leadership. Number three, the Awareness Quadrant. This is a tool that we're going to use. We're going to borrow it from the work of Coach Jero Nthiga. We will explore 4 transformational shifts. Number one, who you are being, what you are doing, what you are feeling, and what you have. Let's go through those one at a time. First, who you are being. This is your identity. Dead-end Dani's identity is fragile and actually fractured. It is shaped by external circumstances and pressures. She even defines herself by her failures. Antifragile-Fran's identity, on the other hand, is adaptive. It is shaped by internal alignment. You're going to love this when we do a deep dive on it. Fran has a very different relationship with failure than Dani does. So secondly, what you are doing. We just saw who you are being. Now we're going to look at what you are doing. This has to do with systems and action. Dead-end Dani tries to control systems and outcomes. Antifragile-Fran designs the systems. She runs micro experiments and she uses the resulting data to iterate herself to the next best version. That's what I'm going to teach you to do in small, practical, cumulative ways throughout our journey together in this 10 by 10. So, who are you being? What are you doing? And thirdly, what you feel. This has to do with emotional regulation and intelligence. Dead-end Dani is led by fear, overwhelm, and reactivity. Antifragile-Fran systematically increases her discomfort tolerance. She uses stress, volatility, and pressure as information rather than an indictment or intimidation. This leaves Fran passionate, excited, curious, and full of life and purpose. It is a beautiful way to live that I am inviting you into. All right, so who you're being, what you're doing, what you're feeling, and fourthly, what you have. And this has to do with awareness and insight. Dead-end Dani has old patterns that she repeats unconsciously. Antifragile-Fran has optionality and psychological equity. She has this portfolio of tools that she uses to grow intentionally. She has a community around her of mutually beneficial relationships. She has agency over her life. So those 4 shifts will guide our entire 10 by 10 transformation journey. Now, why does this matter? First of all, you're a leader, whether you have a title or not. Women leaders often carry several things. They carry invisible emotional burdens. They chronically overfunction. Their lives are marked by perfectionism, which is masked as responsibility. They feel guilt for resting, sometimes even for being. They fear disappointing others. These patterns of dead-end failure create fragility and keep it in place. Not because you're weak, but because you've been conditioned to survive, not to strategically thrive. Friend, your current fragility is not your fault. More importantly, there is a way out. And that's where the anti-fragile advantage comes in. It rewires that old conditioning. So in this 10 by 10 journey, 10 sessions, all about 10 minutes each, you will learn to 4 things: fail small, fail fast, fail forward, and extract the data that leads to strategic wins. Again, this is the hallmark of intelligent failure and of the anti-fragility advantage. So if you feel stuck in the exhausting cycle of dead-end Dani running and sometimes ruining your life, there is a way out. In this 10 by 10 journey, I'll give you simple, powerful tools that you can start implementing immediately at work and in your relationships to stop reacting and start designing, to stop bracing and start building, to stop fearing failure and start using it, to stop surviving and start strategizing. This is your invitation to the Anti-Fragile Advantage Mastermind, guiding you in turning your greatest struggles into your most strategic wins. I trust that this serves you and excites you as much as it does me. Please like this video, subscribe, share it with 2 people who come to mind and who are ready to elevate their self-leadership. I'd like to challenge you to use this content at work for strategic team huddles or with your family. I just learned that term. It means friends and or family, or in an accountability mastermind type relationship. Then join me in the next session where we will take a deep dive into who Dead-end Dani is being and how to recognize her in your daily life. I'll see you then, and I look forward to it. You have a great day.